Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I had made a couple of pictures for my Christmas decorations, and several of you have asked how I did that. So I thought I would do just a quick little tutorial because I promise this is so easy, but I thought I would show you how I did it. Now I don't have another big frame that I want to use. You can use anything you have, big, small, whatever. This works with any size, but I'm just going to take a frame with a picture of my kids when they were little. I use things that I have in the house so that I don't have to take down pictures to put more pictures up. I use what I already have so that I don't have like a whole bunch of stuff to store and that kind of thing. So you get the idea. But let me show you how I did this. I started with some Christmas wrap paper. This is just what I used. You can use anything you want. I used a black for it to look like a chalkboard in the center because you know this buffalo plaid is all the rage at the moment, and this buffalo plaid. Now my picture that I did, the bigger picture I'll show you here. That picture had a mat already in it, so I just took and cut a piece of my wrapping paper the size of the mat. Then what you're going to do is you can use an X-Acto knife if you want. I just took and laid my mat on this piece of wrapping paper and I drew the inside of the mat however big you want it, and then you're just going to cut that out, and you can do it with an X-Acto knife if you want. But what I'm going to do for this one, since it's a small one and it doesn't have a mat, I'm going to take the piece of glass and I'm going to cut my piece of paper. That's how I'll know how big to cut it. Okay guys, I start by measuring out the size I need. I measure it the same size as the glass. I cut that, and then I go and measure again for how big I want the mat part to be. So you're going to want to cut the center part out, and this can be different sizes, whatever you want it to be. I take and poke a hole in the center, and then I cut directly into all four corners. This just makes it look finished out. You can just cut it. You don't have to do it this way. You could just cut this inner square out and be done. But I like to take and cut it this way because it gives it like a more finished edge when you're done. Now, if your picture has a mat, you won't do this. You will just cut the rectangle in the center out and lay it over your mat. But if you don't have a mat and you're making one, I would suggest doing it this way because it will make your edges look more finished out. And then I take and just tape those down so they stay secure. And then you'll turn it over and just crease it so that it looks nice and crisp. We're going to take and do the same thing for our black piece. We're going to cut it the same size as the glass. We're going to cut that out. Now I cut it the same size so that you don't have to worry about it shifting behind your mat. You could make this smaller and tape it to your mat, but to me this is easy. You just place it behind it and you're done. And then I mark all four corners just so that I can know where my message needs to be and I don't make my message too big. I use a white marker. I used chalk on the bigger pictures, but because this was so small, I knew I needed to have more control, so I used a white marker for this. And you can write anything you want on there. You could trace the writing if you don't, if you don't think you can write on there well enough. But yeah, just anything you want. Then decide which message you want to put in there. Open your frame back up, put the glass, the mat, and then the message, and close it, and you are done. That is it, guys. This is so easy. Okay, guys, and that is what it looks like finished. It is really easy. These directions will apply to any size you want to do, and this is a cheap, easy way to decorate for the holidays. You could take and pop a picture in front of this and save this in the same frame so that next year you don't have to remake it. You can just take the picture and put it back behind this, and then you have this again to use again next year. And we're talking pennies, guys. Like, this is next to nothing in cost to make this. I hope you can use this idea, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.